What is up, Renegade Nation? Mark back with episode 4 of Renegade Raillery. Let me start off by saying thank you guys for watching. If you've watched the previous videos, you kind of know what we're doing here. As we move forward, I'll tell you a little bit more about me, a little bit more about what we do. Again, I thank those who have reached out. I look forward to hearing from more people. Part of the reason, the biggest reason why I'm doing this is because I want to help individuals realize their dreams and realize that they can go after them and they should go after them and they should go after them now. Because, as I said in the last episode, we're not guaranteed anything. So, get off your butt, get off the couch, get out the house, and go do whatever it is that you aspire to do. So, today's episode, we're going to talk about resiliency. So, failure is inevitable. And I feel like failure is the number one thing that keeps people from chasing their dreams. People are scared of what if. What if I'm no good at it? What if I don't make it? What if I'm not successful? What if somebody's better? The list could go on and on and on. But here's the thing. Resilient individuals are successful individuals. Some of the most successful people in business, some of the most successful people in history failed. And had they just give up, we wouldn't know who they are. But we know their names and we know what they did because when they failed, they learned from it. They picked themselves up, they brushed themselves off, they step back and they say, you know what? Okay, that sucked. But I feel like this is what I did wrong. Maybe I could have done this a little differently. Maybe this is done a little bit better. So we should be resilient. And unfortunately, it's not a trait that everybody just holds. It's something that you kind of have to mold yourself into for a lot of folks. Some folks are just born naturally resilient, or their upbringing has made them naturally resilient. Some people are born with zero stress and zero hardship. And we can't be jealous of those people. They can't help that they were born into that. But for those of us who weren't born into extreme wealth and extreme comfort, we've had to be resilient. So here's a few side notes on how I have mostly been resilient. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've always been resilient and that I always bounce back super quick and I don't let things get to me and bury me, because sometimes you do. I think that's human nature. Number one is to stay positive. If you continue to think positive, you don't let those negative thoughts creep in, it is a lot easier to come back from something if you stay positive. Number two is to be happy no matter what. Even when bad stuff happens, you just got to kind of roll with the punches. You know, inevitably, it's going to happen. We don't live in a life where everything is just comfortable and you know, it's easy all the time. It's not. You know, and for the majority of us, it's not easy more than it's easy, and that's okay. But successful people, as a whole, I would say that they are much more happy, not because of the level of success, but it's a trait that inherently makes them more successful because they don't beat themselves up over the hardships as much. Now, if you fail, that sucks. Sucks a lot for some people, and in some instances, it's a lot worse than others. Excuse me. But don't ever give up. You know, when you give up, that's when you fail. And if you're scared of failing, the only way that you can truly fail is to give up. Excuse me, it's that time of year. Tickling my throat. So, you know, if you get knocked down, which is inevitable, get back up. Another thing that you need to understand is that no one has to believe in you but you. And if you don't believe in yourself, then you can't expect others to believe in you. It's kind of hard to sell a car that you yourself don't think is a good car. So if you don't believe in what you're doing, A, you can't expect others to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. And B, you can get there just by believing in yourself. You don't need validation from anyone. Okay? One of the things that I hear a lot, that I've heard in the last week or so, through some of my friends even, you know who you are, is that I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think that my stuff, my work, my art, my whatever, I just don't think this is good enough. If you don't believe in it, it's kind of hard to sell it to somebody else. So believe in yourself. If you can believe in yourself, it gets a lot easier from there. The last thing is surround yourself with positivity. If you've got a bunch of negative people in your life who say you can't do this, or you know those people, they're just Debbie Downers, so to speak. Get rid of those people, man. I mean, you don't have to get rid of them, but don't spend your entire life huddled up with them, because negativity will just destroy your dreams. One thing that I've heard since day one in starting this business, goodness, is that I'd never be able to make a living off of selling my t-shirts. I'd never be able to make a living selling shirts that I printed that were not, bulk orders for somebody's business or events, schools, churches, sports teams, so on and so forth. And to this point, everybody's been right, but I've never given up on the dream of one of these days, I hope to be able to sustain without having to do that. Now, I'll continue to do that because I rather enjoy that part of it. But for now, almost 6 years, I've been told that I can't do that. I just let that motivate me, because now I've got more drive, more determination, more reason to prove people wrong. And that's what I like to do. You tell me that I can't do something, or you tell me that I shouldn't do something, I'm probably going to do it. That's just who I am. So let that negativity motivate you, but don't revel in the negativity, because all that it's going to do is seep into you. And if somebody's saying, hey, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, you can't do that, and you hear that again and again and again, day in and day out, you start to believe it. And when you start to believe it, then you're going to second guess. And then you're not resilient anymore. Because when you fail, and again, it's inevitable, you're not going to get back up. Or you're going to think, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe all these people were right. Maybe this isn't what I'm meant to do. But you are. Okay? If that's truly what you're passionate about, if you've locked in on your passion, and I hope that you're working through it, and you're starting to know. Some people don't know for a while. I think that I just realized in the last year that this was truly what I had, what I was meant to do. Go after it, man. Don't let those people bring you down and get into your head and spread their negativity. And I'll leave you with this. For those people who want to say those things, who want to be negative, I've just thrown around this for the last couple of months in my head. For those people who want to second guess you, you can either get on the bus or not. But the bus is leaving. Okay? And that bus is your dreams. So you're either with me or you're not. But I ain't got time to sit around and wait on your butt to make up your mind whether you're getting on the bus. Okay? Crank up the bus. Move those dreams on out of town. Get to getting. Renegade out.